Spirituality is one of the most profound aspects of human existence, transcending cultural, religious, and personal boundaries. It has captivated thinkers, mystics, and seekers for millennia. Among them was Kees Weijman, who presents a compelling perspective on spirituality as the journey back to the original shape of man. According to him, most people try to emulate archetypal figures: Christ in Christianity, Buddha in Buddhism, and the Torah in Judaism. At first glance, spirituality often appears synonymous with embodying virtues like kindness, goodness, and selflessness. While these attributes are admirable, Weijman's insight and other spiritual luminaries, such as Carl Jung, compel us to look deeper. True spirituality, they suggest, is not about conforming to societal expectations of niceness, but rather about discovering and living in alignment with one's truth. In our pursuit of spiritual ideals, we often equate spirituality with being nice, kind, accommodating, and self-sacrificing. However, as Carl Jung reminds us, addiction to any ideal, even a spiritual one, can be harmful. Consider the modern obsession with idealized spiritual influencers. Their serene Instagram posts and sage-like aphorisms can create an unrealistic image of perfection, inadvertently making us judge ourselves and others harshly for any deviation. This phenomenon often manifests as self-suppression. A person striving to emulate Christ's compassion or Buddha's detachment may stifle their natural emotions or desires. For instance, anger is labeled unspiritual, prompting suppression. Yet, as psychologist Harriet Lerner explains in The Dance of Anger, anger can serve as a crucial signal for personal boundaries and unmet needs. Imagine a pot of boiling water with the lid firmly pressed down. The steam builds pressure until the pot eventually explodes. Similarly, suppressing emotions in the name of niceness can lead to emotional outbursts, health issues, or spiritual disillusionment. True spirituality, as Adyashanti eloquently states, is about coming into the realization of what is real. This involves peeling back layers of societal conditioning, personal illusions, and self-deception to uncover one's authentic self. Among the most common regrets of the dying, one resonates above all: I wish I had lived a life true to myself. This poignant reflection underscores the universal yearning for authenticity, a deep desire to honor one's own truth rather than conform to external pressures. Consider the story of a corporate executive who spent decades climbing the ladder of success, only to face his final days haunted by the realization that he had forsaken his passion for art. His regret was not rooted in failure, but in the painful awareness that he had allowed societal expectations to dictate his path, silencing the voice of his true self. This longing for authenticity echoes Dostoevsky's warning in The Brothers Karamazov. Above all, don't lie to yourself. When you lie to yourself, whether to feel validated or to gain acceptance, you erode your self-respect and disconnect from your inner truth. The struggle begins when you force yourself to fit into the mold of what is socially acceptable. You wear a mask, pretending everything is fine, performing a version of yourself that aligns with expectations. Beneath the surface, though, the truth lingers, unseen and unspoken. You may speak endlessly of spirituality and religion, striving to be nice and agreeable, yet each effort pulls you further from your own truth. This act of self-preservation, meant to shield you from judgment or rejection, slowly builds walls instead. It isolates you from others, leaving you feeling unseen and unheard. Most painfully, it alienates you from yourself, the very essence of who you are, quietly yearning for freedom. Your spiritual journey demands walking in your truth, which requires immense courage, and that courage often means redefining your relationships with others, setting boundaries, prioritizing your own well-being, and honoring your space. These acts may not often align with the expectations of those around you. To some, this might even seem selfish. As you begin to change and live authentically, you may become less predictable, disrupting the comfort others find in your past behaviors. This shift can lead to a shrinking circle of friends or even create distance within your family. Yet this is the decision every seeker must face. Remain a people pleaser, sacrificing your truth, or embrace authenticity, even if it means losing certain connections. The spiritual path has long been romanticized as serene and harmonious, but the reality is far more raw and unpolished. It is not about being perpetually nice, but about being real. This journey demands that you confront and process pain, discomfort, rage, and agony. True spirituality is not a calm, quiet stroll. It is a transformative process that shakes your core and rebuilds you anew. You must embrace your shadow side, the parts of yourself you've long avoided or hidden. Just as there is no yin without yang, there is no light without darkness. Self-truth is a confronting, often uncomfortable process. It forces you to step outside the safety of your comfort zone and face parts of yourself that may have been buried for years. This raw, honest exploration is not for everyone, and that's why not everyone is prepared to embark on a spiritual journey. From a young age, we are conditioned to believe that pleasing others is the key to being liked, accepted, and loved. This belief often stems from those early, painful moments when we spoke our truth, only to be met with rejection. In response, we learn to silence our authenticity, betraying our own souls in a desperate bid for approval. Yet this self-betrayal comes at a heavy cost: resentment toward others, and deep regret within ourselves. It is no surprise, then, that one of the most common reasons people seek therapy is to unlearn these patterns. Reclaiming the courage to assert boundaries, learning to say no, and overcoming the need for validation are not just skills, but acts of self-reclamation, allowing you to reconnect with the truth you once sacrificed. Aligning with your truth also requires embracing your desires, for they are not random. They carry a pearl of deeper wisdom, guiding you towards self-discovery. Every desire has a reason behind it, inviting you to embark on the journey of discovery, which holds lessons far beyond the outcome itself. Across spiritual traditions, both Eastern and Western, there exists a profound paradox. To transcend desire, one must first engage with it. Buddha himself exemplified this. While he taught that desire is the root of suffering, his path to enlightenment began only after fully experiencing life's extremes, both indulgence and asceticism. Imagine a child eager to explore the world. Denying the child this exploration stunts their growth. Similarly, denying yourself the journey of desires hinders your spiritual growth. To grow beyond desire, you must first understand its nature by living through it. The only way to overcome desire is to surrender to it fully. The only way out is through. You cannot transcend the world without first becoming deeply acquainted with it, and you cannot grow weary of its illusions without first immersing yourself in its experiences. You are here to explore, to feel, and to learn, not to reject, suppress, or conform to what others dictate. Life invites you to engage wholeheartedly, to taste its pleasures and endure its challenges, so you might discover the wisdom they hold. Only after you've sought fulfillment in external pursuits, only after realizing that even the richest pleasures leave an unfillable void, do you truly turn inward. It is in this inner journey that you find what the world could never offer, a truth that transcends all desires and an enduring peace that was always within you. The caterpillar's insatiable appetite for leaves mirrors your relentless pursuit of desires. It does not shy away from this phase but fully embraces it, for it is essential to gather the energy needed for its profound transformation. Likewise, your engagement with desires is not a diversion, but a necessary step on the path of spiritual evolution. Each desire teaches you something about your needs, your attachments, and the illusions you cling to. The key is not to let desires consume you, but to learn from them, to understand their nature, and ultimately, to outgrow them, just as the caterpillar transcends its earthly hunger to become something entirely new and free. Spirituality demands that you confront uncomfortable truths, shed the societal masks you wear, and align with the deepest vision of your soul. Carl Jung's timeless wisdom, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart," highlights the transformative power of introspection. To discover your truth, begin with courageous self-reflection. Ask yourself, what do I truly want in this life? Write down your answers with honesty and without judgment. Examine your beliefs and behaviors. Are they shaped by your own convictions or by the expectations of others? Once you identify these influences, find creative and personal strategies to release what no longer serves you. Remember, living in alignment with your truth does not demand drastic changes overnight. Transformation is a journey, often sparked by small but intentional steps. Each consistent action, no matter how small, brings you closer to a life that reflects the authentic essence of who you truly are. And when this alignment occurs, when the fragmented parts of your life merge back into the whole, into the essence of your authentic self, something profound emerges. The walls of personal desire that once separated you from your truth dissolve, revealing a space of pure goodness and love. In this state, kindness is not a performance. It flows effortlessly, unburdened by the need to conform to the ideals of Jesus, Buddha, or anyone else. You are not striving to be nice, you simply are. There is no pretense, no mask, just the natural radiance of your being. This is the essence of a true spiritual life, a life where you are no longer imitating but embodying, no longer pretending but simply being. If you are still here with me, I express my gratitude. If my words resonate with you, I encourage you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I deeply appreciate your time here.